Hey, Biker Trash here, and I am so ashamed of myself I can't even tell you. I was off to a good start on making videos regularly, and then I think it's been about a month and a half since I made the last building of this thing video. Well, now it's time to go ahead and review it. Now that I don't remember anything about the construction of it. I'm sorry. I stayed very busy, one hitch, and then last hitch, Borderlands 2 came out, and that kind of ruined my life for a week. But anyway, I'm back. So this is they don't call it a mobile armor. It's a mobile fortress mode. Pays to read Wikipedia before making a review sometimes, so I won't get yelled at by the Gundam hardcore peoples. Anyway, so yeah, mobile fortress mode. And this is actually supposed to be its more effective attack mode. The mobile suit was kind of just thrown in because, hey, it's got to be a mobile suit to be in Gundam. But anyway, neat little thing. Not little at all. Just to add to my incompetency, this is my 144 that I'm going to be doing a size comparison with. A headless 105 Slaughter Gundam. I started building this like 2 years ago and lost interest, but this is the only Gundam I actually have in-house built right now. The rest of them are still at my old place. So yeah, there to that. Both in scale with each other. Put him out of the way until I get him in biggie-fied mode. First thing we're going to do, because there's not a whole lot I can say about this, except that it's a lot more space-saving on a shelf than the mobile suit. Probably not going to display it like this, just because the whole point of the Psycho Gundam is to be big and impressive looking. But let me just give it a slow turn, just so you can see what it looks like from the back. That's the back. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and pull up right here. This is going to unclip it from the bottoms of the arms, and then the shield is just kind of come out to the side like this. Now, this right here, these little hinges, you're going to pull them out, set them aside. They're not needed in mobile suit mode. You're going to take these right here. For right now, I wanted to try and leave it zoomed out, but I really need to zoom in for this. Anyway, like I was saying, now that you've got this right here, you're just going to take and flip this around and inside, and the two halves of the shield are going to clip together. And where did I put you, little slaughter dagger? You can see just the size of the shield. And remember, these are in scale. This one can surf on this one because it's in scale. Okay, next thing I choose to do is we're going to fix the legs so I can stand this thing up. As you can see right here, a lot of this stuff just accordions out, gets more or less where it should be in mobile suit mode, and then you start compressing it to where it stays up, it doesn't flop. Almost everything clicks whenever you get it where it needs to go. And I can tell right now, you don't want to change this guy too much, because all the little sliding joints are plastic on plastic, more or less. So they are going to wear every time you do this. So pick a mode, leave it there. I'll leave you in the robot mode, mobile suit mode. So anyway, like I said, just straightening things out and pushing them up to where they clip into place. And that's really all there is to doing the legs. A little bit trickier going into mobile suit mode, going into mobile fortress mode, then going back into mobile suit mode, I find. Okay. So we got that right there. He still looks like a cone head. and this is as tall as it's actually going to be. So I lucked out and didn't zoom in too far. Yay! So anyway, next thing we're going to do, just because I feel like it, we're going to take and just kind of pivot this out and up, and that's going to let this come around, pivot this back to where it's closed, and it just goes between the thrusters on his back. Now, we're going to take, and these panels on his forearms right here, we're just going to unpeg this. The arms are going to straighten out. The wrists, I love the wrists on this. I think I mentioned that during the build process. It's got a weird double hinge, and then everything collapses. And I really do like the way that they did that. The forearms close, and right here, the biceps get shoved back into the arm. There's two compressions there, so it's going to end up looking exactly like the back of the arm that didn't move at all. But yes, even though it's completely unconvincing, the transformation, it looks like nothing but a folded up mobile suit, it still is a very well engineered transformation. Especially, I forget how old this is. It's like a 10-year-old kid, I think. So anyway, get all this done. Now, this little spine thingy right here, you're just going to take and grab the waist and separate that right there, and the spine is going to fold up into the spinal region where spines normally live, and then this is going to fold down and expose some of the face. Let's see now. Oh yeah, you've also got to take and the front halves of the hip skirts, fold them out to where you can connect them to the rear halves. Let me just turn these up. And the arms are very tight. They hold themselves well. It's big arms, but it's still very secure. Clip the front, clip the skirt armor together, and that does a whole lot. Oh, it looks like he wants a hug. So anyway, yeah, we've got that all clipped together. It's pretty secure. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's pretty. Oh shoot, that ain't secure at all. Had a thruster fall off. Put that back in place, and it doesn't clip. It just kind of, I don't know, but there's no satisfying whenever you put it in there, and I'm afraid that's going to continue to fall off, but who knows. This little red panel in front of his face is going to come down, fold up, come down. No, that ain't right. Okay, maybe fold up, come down, and then fold down. Yes, now it fit. There's like, let me see here. 1, 2, 3. 3 points that this can hinge at. So the one closest to the chest, you want to go up, then down, and then in. And that will get it to line up correctly. Like that. Next, you're going to take the little shoulder armors, pull them up like this, lay them down like that, and the head also comes up. And it doesn't, I don't know if I didn't align something correctly, but the head doesn't stay up as much as well as you think it should, and the V-fin spreads. See what I'm saying? That this right here, if I were to pop him down a little bit, the head just wants to sink down into the shoulders again. Personally, I like to leave these up just a little bit, because if you put them all the way down, it interferes with the shoulder articulation. Not that it's that big of an issue, because this guy's really pretty much just going to stand here and look good is all he's going to do. He's not going to be doing, you know, kind of crazy poses or anything. He's just going to be sitting here looking good. Now, I've been very upbeat on this review, I think. A lot of people say I don't sound happy in my new reviews. A lot of the time that is because I'm tired. I stay tired because of my work. It's hard to get regular sleep because I have to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning to go to work at work. And I hate waking up at that time at home. And it just messes with my sleep a lot, trying to get my sleep regular at home and at work. So, really, like I said, this is him. And I like it a lot. It is a very good kit. Oh, and by the way, if you don't want to lose this right here, you can just put this in the little hat covering thing, his little pointy dome hat, and it'll stay there. Wow. I just realized that with the weight of the shield, he's actually balanced on one leg right here. The leg on this side isn't actually touching the table. So I may have to spread his legs out just a little bit just to get him to balance. But still, fantastic looking figure. And just to give you an idea, here is the Slaughter Dagger again. If he had a head, his head would not even come up to his groin. So, you can also take this little extra spare bit right here and put that in the same spot. It's just, like I said, just out of sight, out of mind. Is it the perfect high-grade Gundam? No. There are things that could have been improved. Some things aren't quite as stable as I'd like the legs. If you handle them, I can't speak today. If you are trying to pose them, sometimes you'll knock the leg armor down to where it's floppy again. Like I said, the head doesn't really want to stay up as much as it should. If you turn his head to where it hits on this shoulder armor, it'll wedge itself and it'll stay up. The biggest thing I don't like about this guy is the lack of accessories. I mean, he's got a shield and that's it. I really would have liked to have seen a giant Gundam come with a giant gun. And I know in the fiction that these are like Mega Buster Cannon. No, Scatter Beam Guns, I think is what they're called. And they do a shotgun effect and just blow up everything in front of them. But hypothetical, imaginary beam scatter lasers don't look as good on a shelf as a big gun. Big guns look good on shelves. And, you know, this guy's still big, so he does look good on a shelf. But just imagine if he had like a big, you know, a bazooka or something. He was just standing here, and you had, you know, a big gun to go with him. Like I said, personal taste. Something with, you know, something on display in my case without a gun. Kind of lackluster. But anyway, that's him. And would I recommend him? Yes. If you want a large, perfect grade sized Gundam, this is a pretty reasonable way to get into a large size kit. Besides this, they have like the 1/60th scale high grade Exia. They have one, the Victory 2 Gundam, which, even though it's a 1/60:1, it's like the smallest Gundam ever. So it only comes up to like here, even though it's a 1/60:1. In fact, I've got it somewhere, and it's probably at my house still. But it was kind of a disappointment building it, just how small it was. I mean, it's slightly larger than a regular master grade, but not by much. But I would definitely recommend this over, if you remember, I started doing a custom build on the Full Armor Gundam from like 1982. I never finished it because it kind of exploded into yellow-colored plastic shrapnel. But anyway, this is going into its spot in the display, and it will be the first Gundam displayed in my house. And it will probably stay on display forever. So, y'all have a good day. And thank you for watching a horribly amateurish biker trash video. And before I forget, whenever you pull the shields out of the hips, you leave these holes right here. So you take these lavender colored plastic bits that Bandai was so kind as to include with the kit, and you just fill them in. And they are a pain to get out. So, again, y'all have fun, be safe, and have a good day.